the aircraft can stop on a dime. You know, the guys really fly the aircraft. It's like, you know, you feel really confident and comfortable, and they like, you feel like they're wearing the airplane. You can come in and you feel like you're just flying under the weather, and they just come in and they just plan it and just pull right in. And it just feels different than any other aircraft.
Hi, I'm Bill Ayer, CEO of Alaska Airlines, and it's my pleasure to introduce this documentary to you. This year, Alaska Airlines is celebrating its 75th anniversary. Not only are we looking forward to another 75 years, we're also looking back at the men and women who, along with many different aircraft, have made us successful. This documentary will feature the Boeing 737-200, since 1981 the airline's workhorse in our birthplace state of Alaska. The ability to operate this rugged aircraft in a Combi configuration, carrying main deck cargo in the front and passengers in the back, has been vital to our success. The aircraft is also capable of operating on gravel runways, which has allowed Alaska Airlines to bring jet service to many remote and small communities in the state. But after a quarter century of stellar service, high fuel and maintenance costs have finally caught up with the Dash 200. And starting this year, it will be replaced in our fleet by newer Boeing 737-400 Combi models. I hope you'll enjoy this behind-the-scenes look at the men and women who have operated and worked on this versatile aircraft. Welcome aboard Alaska Airlines and enjoy your flight.
Hi there, my name is Matt Cavor. I'm an Alaska Airlines captain on the 737 based in Anchorage, Alaska. This year, in 2007, Alaska Airlines will be retiring the last of a once-on fleet of 9 737-200s. For many, many years, the 200 was the workhorse in the state of Alaska. It had the capability of being operated in a Combi configuration, which meant that we could fly in either a straight passenger setup with 111 passengers, or it could be operated as a freighter with 6 pallets or igloos full of freight. It could also be operated in almost any configuration in between. One of the more common ones was 2 pallets up front and 72 seats in the back. This gave us the opportunity to service some of the smaller communities, many of them who do not even have road service connected to mainland US or Alaska. So it's very imperative that we could actually get into these communities. With the communities being so small, there was no way that the airline, or any other airline for that matter, could make money just operating a passenger jet into these cities.
My name is Jeff Bickdahl. I'm Alaska Airlines maintenance mechanic here. Been with Alaska for 11 years. We're about ready to do a recon on one of our 737-200s, aircraft 742. We have 2 of them left, 742 and 741. Here's where I like to start my recon. Some mechanics are really good. All they have to do is just kind of touch the nose of the aircraft here. Yeah, it feels good. This one's going to fly. All the passengers debark off the aft of the aircraft to the air stairs there. 741 coming in a little bit, it's a little bit different. It doesn't have any air stairs, so they'll pull some up to it. But these stairs are attached to the aircraft. They fly with it. Well, you can see we've got configured it for a 2 pallet right now. 2 igloos can go in here right now. They've broken down the smoke barrier, which is basically a movable wall that sits right in front of these seats. So these aircraft can be configured anywhere from an all seat where they can fit all passengers, or an all pallet, 6 pallets, or anything in between. You can make a 3 pallet, 4 pallet, 5 pallet. We're going now from a 2 pallet to a 6 pallet. So we're going to remove all these seats right here. We're going to tuck the smoke barrier in the very back. It flies with the aircraft. You can see them, they've unlatched all these seats here. Each pallet is latched with 4 latches. on a single row seat. They got double rows, they got 8 latches to them. Just unlatch them and push them down the aircraft, take them out. So we just reconfigured an aircraft from a 2 pallet, which carries approximately 72 passengers and 2 igloos of freight, to a 6 pallet configuration.
My name is Mark Vance. I work for Alaska Airlines, aircraft technician, Anchorage Line Station. And we're about to de-ice one of the last remaining 737-200s in existence with Alaska Airlines. Aircraft 741's pushed back, and we are going to de-ice, perform the de-icing procedure, and follow up with an inspection. Jet ski could use a square or two. Yeah. You got it. No worries, mate. More in. Let's go. Okay, TCAP. Aircraft 143 is with you, Charlie.
The gravel sled, or the gravel shoe on the 737-200, it's one of the items that allows us to land on unprepared dirt strips or gravel runways. It's actually made out of plywood. It has an aluminum faceplate to protect it from all the rocks and sand and so forth. And one of the more interesting aspects about this thing is that it is actually an airfoil, basically a wing. One of the more interesting parts of this being a wing is that it imposes a speed restriction on extending the landing gear. A normal 737, you can extend the gear at 270 knots. However, with this thing installed, because there's basically extending another wing underneath the fuselage, you can only extend it at 180 knots. This puts a premium on descent planning for the pilots. It's very common that ATC hangs you up high in many instances as you fly into different airports. And normally the easiest way to solve that for a pilot is just to put the gear down. But with this thing attached to the airplane, you have to slow down quite dramatically before you can do that. It takes quite a lot of finesse and descent planning to actually get these guys to come down, if you will.
Well, I've been asked to do a little description about the uniqueness of our 737-200 doors. We do have 2 aircraft left. This is the last one that has this particular stair system. When we land at our destination today, we'll actually have a demonstration by me of lowering the door, where we pull this handle all the way down to here, and then I'll be using this toggle switch to lower the door. And then should we have an emergency situation, an electrical situation, I would pull this all the way down to the emergency position, and then I would be able to manually push the door open. I'd be able to override the controls here.
Airplanes have done duty all around the state, hauled all kinds of weird stuff. Sled dogs, race horses, cars, little mini pickups. Hauled some nasty sea otters during the oil spill. Those cute little sea otters. They really stink and they're really mean when they're in the cage. They're not very friendly actually. They're cute in the water. The airplanes, flown on gravel strips, ice runways. Alaska Airlines hasn't done that, but we used to do it regularly. Flew into ice strips that were made on frozen lakes. And short strips. Alaska Airlines operated for several years, maybe almost 10 years, into Dutch Harbor, Alaska, or on Alaska, which is a 3,900-foot strip. It's probably the shortest airstrip that a jet aircraft regularly operated, a commercial passenger jet aircraft. Anyway, this has been around the state of Alaska for over 30-some odd years, 37, 38 years or so, this particular aircraft serving the residents of rural Alaska quite well, actually. In all those years, there's never been a single fatality or loss of life through an accident on a 737-200.
Okay, good afternoon. We're going to reattempt Red Dog today, Flight 7631. It's an hour and 23 minutes today at 32,000 feet. It's going to be a little bit bumpy climbing out of Anchorage, probably through about 14,000 feet, so you guys just stay seated. We'll call you when it smooths out. We're expecting it to be bumpy, and there's been a report that it has been, but other than that, expected to be smooth. Got about a 35 knot head or tailwind component, so that'll speed things up a little bit. The Red Dog weather is about, what do we say, 16 below 0 Fahrenheit.
Pretty cold.
But the winds are calm and just some scattered clouds. Better than yesterday. Yesterday we just never were able to launch. It was, visibility is okay, but the clouds were down at the ground.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, welcome aboard Alaska Flight 7631. As we were here yesterday with you, my name is Dennis McKillop. Buck Norman is up here. He's my first officer.
Oh, that's awesome. That feels so good. So the one thing we'll miss about the 200 is our little bun warmer.
Yeah, to keep our hands warm. It's freezing.
The other planes,
yeah, they don't
have
this. Absolutely.
Well, welcome to Red Dog. My name's Ted Zagarlik, the mine superintendent at Red Dog. Look after mine port and air transportation stuff. And we welcome you for your flight tonight at a minus 17. Hope you got some good pictures. Hope you have a short and quick and healthy stay at Red Dog.
Continue our boarding process. All rows and all passengers, welcome to board. Yay!
I'll give you your okay. Scott wants any for dinner? For dinner?
Yeah, what time?
Dinner starts at 5:30, but you should be pulling in about 5:45.
Hi, is there meal service today? No?
The question was, is there meal service on board? Yes, we're serving Chateaubriand.
Here we are on Adak Island on the Aleutian Chain. This is pretty much the end of the world. Probably a fitting place to say goodbye to an old friend that's on the end of the line. This here behind me is aircraft 741, the first 737-200 that Alaska Airlines took delivery of. It will also be the last one to leave the property here in another couple of weeks. The airline will be entering the Alaska Airlines history books in just a few days, and I'm here to say goodbye. It's been a fantastic airplane. I'm sad to see it go. We'll all miss it. Thanks for the memories.